Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 7. And for today's video, we have a brand new synopsis which has been released for The Flash Season 7 Episode 1, also titled All's Well That Ends Well. And I'll be breaking this synopsis down and giving you guys my overall thoughts in regards to what I think could potentially be going on for this episode, and I'll be giving you guys some theories that I have as well. So very recently we obviously started getting some promo material for The Flash Season 7. We had a new trailer released last week which was pretty cool to see. And also we got a brand new poster for The Flash Season 7 just like a couple of days ago, since we are just under 3 weeks away for The Flash Season 7 to finally hit our screens. Obviously you would be expecting more teasers and more promo material to come out as we are nearing that premiere date. And just a couple of hours ago we got a brand new synopsis to go over, and let's just say there are some very interesting things to break down. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Also make sure to follow me on Twitter if you guys want to be the first people notified on certain Arrowverse news when they drop. But also you guys could see my thoughts on various topics which I barely cover on the channel, such as Batwoman, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. As for this upcoming season, I am mainly planning on covering Superman and Lois as well as The Flash Season 7. But you guys could see my thoughts on things outside of the Arrowverse as well, such as the DCEU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Wars stuff, and even to normal films in general. For anyone interested in dropping a follow, I will link my Twitter in the description down below. Okay, so going into the synopsis. So the Flash Season 7 Episode 1 synopsis titled All's Well That Ends Well goes as follows. When an experiment to save Barry's speed backfires, Nash searches for a way to save the Flash and comes up with a dangerous plan. Meanwhile, Iris makes a startling realization inside the Mirrorverse, and Cecile faces off with Rosa Dillon. Okay, so this is a very interesting synopsis, and as per usual, the whole purpose of a synopsis is to give us an idea in regards to what this episode will be about. And I think that this synopsis does give us like a brief idea in regards to what's going on, and the things it's talking about we've kind of seen in the trailer already. Now, going over the first line of the synopsis, when an experiment to save Barry's speed backfires. So one thing we obviously know going into The Flash Season 7 Episode 1 is that we will once again be working on the new artificial Speed Force. But for a 40-minute episode, obviously they won't get everything back up and running towards the start. That is not going to happen. We are going to see them fail. But this line specifically says an experiment to save Barry's speed. So clearly they're not working on the artificial Speed Force when it's talking about that. So by the looks of it, could this potentially be the cryo temperature chamber by any chance? Now, we do know that going into this episode, Barry's speed will hit rock bottom, and presumably Team Flash will develop this cryo temperature chamber for Barry in order to stay inside, so it slows down the process of Barry losing his speed and allows him to keep that speed force that he has for a longer period of time. But we do know that something will backfire, so maybe instead of slowing down the process, maybe this speeds up the process of Barry losing his speed. Who knows? Or it could just be something totally different. It could just be like they actually tried this experiment, but obviously we don't know what it is, but they tried to save Barry's speed with this experiment and it doesn't work, and as a result it affects Barry's speed even more, and then due to that is what leads to Team Flash developing the cryo temperature chamber in order to slow down the effects of him losing his speed. I think that is the more probable option if you guys ask me, but again, I'm not entirely sure. This is just a theory. But moving on to the second part of the synopsis, Nash searches for a way to save the Flash and comes up with a dangerous plan. So Nash searching for a way to save the Flash. Maybe this could be where the idea of the cryo temperature chamber comes from. Maybe this was Nash's idea to prevent Barry from losing his speed. And he's like, okay, look, we failed with this experiment. We're going to have to create something for Barry to stay inside so he doesn't lose that speed that he has. So maybe the cryo temperature chamber was his idea, and maybe like Cisco and Chester work on building that and then they make Barry stay inside. Who knows? Now, going into this episode, we already know that it was going to be a Nash Wells centered episode, in which the episode is after all titled All's Well That Ends Well, meaning we will be exploring this Nash Wells storyline, which was left on hold last season, and how he's able to communicate with these multiple versions of Wells that we have seen him hallucinate with. But Nash coming up with a dangerous plan. What could this be? Now, it could obviously be that it is Nash's idea for Barry to run around the Speed Lab and waste that 1% of the Speed Force energy in order to activate the new Speed Force, since in the trailer we do obviously see Nash motivating Barry while he says, "Run, Barry, run." And maybe the danger towards that thing that he planned could be that if Barry stops running, maybe he could die or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Or the other dangerous thing could be that maybe he tries to draw the reverse flashback inside of him, or maybe he tries connecting their minds together, because Thawne was a speedster who was successful in creating his own artificial speed force. So he does know the knowledge on how to build one. So maybe Nash will try and tap into Thawne's mind or something like that. He uses Thawne's knowledge to help Barry to get this new speed force to work. And the dangers of this could be that if he tries to use Thawne's knowledge for too long, maybe that there is a chance that Thawne will be able to take over Nash's body permanently and Team Flash won't be able to do anything about it. That is what I think could potentially happen, but again, I'm not entirely sure. Now, going into the next part of the synopsis, Iris makes a startling realization inside the Mirrorverse. Now, I have no idea in regards to what this could be. Maybe she found a way to communicate with Barry from the Mirrorverse and she's able to send that message to the actual universe. I'm not entirely sure. That could potentially be how Barry is able to find this portal and how he comes up with a plan to use that portal and go to the Mirrorverse. Maybe that could be the thing. So maybe Iris is able to discover, wait a second, if this could happen, then maybe I could communicate with Barry and he'll be able to come here. Maybe that could be something that's going on. That would be my best guess, because what else would it be that Iris would be able to realize that's inside of the Mirrorverse, which would be really important. So I would guess that she's able to notice that she's able to communicate with Barry, and then from that Barry is able to find this portal to go inside the Mirrorverse. And going into episode 2 of season 7, we will see Barry inside of the Mirrorverse. Maybe that could be something that is going on. And lastly, from the synopsis, Cecile faces off with Rosa Dillon. Now, Rosa Dillon, aka Top, is obviously a returning character for this episode, and not only will she be a villain of the week, we know that she will be recruited by Eva McCulloch to join Blackhole, as we did see a Blackhole pin on her shirt during the first DC Fandome trailer. So we do know that she will be a villain of the week, but she is a Blackhole member as well. And judging from the fact that she is a villain of the week, we could assume that she will be defeated in this episode. Obviously during that DC Fandome trailer as well, we did see that conflict between Top and Cecile as well. And what we're assuming is happening over that shot is that Top unlocked more of Cecile's abilities. That's what we're guessing that is going on, and they'll be exploring more of that telepathic abilities between these two, and maybe they have some sort of a connection. Who knows? But as I said again, this would be my best guess in regards to what is going on. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about the synopsis, and also be sure to tell me any theories that you guys have in regards to these synopsis and what you guys think could potentially happen. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.